what they're about to be reacting to. Your car brand stereotypes too. Nah, I definitely reacted to the first one, but it's a lot of cars in the world. So let's see the other set of stereotypes put on other people about what they drive. Yes, sir.
I saw a dude driving an Infiniti G35 the other day, and he looked way too comfortable. There is no way
Man,
that
what's wrong
car
with
has you
driving a
feeling
G35? You know what I'm saying? Different strokes with different folks. Yes, sir.
that badass. Anyway, this is what your car brand says about you, part 2. Starting off with Infiniti.
This is a strong one, fellas.
On paper, Infinitis are good cars. They're reliable-ish
Infinity,
and
that's the Milwaukee mascot. You know what I'm saying? They love fins up in Milwaukee, bro. Like, you get a pair of these glasses, some of these in your mouth, you get a couple bands, and you get Infinity. Hey, that's a starter pack for a Milwaukee nigga. Hey, you'll fit in
perform
perfectly
pretty
fine
well.
here.
But I'm not gonna lie, guys. If you're driving one of these, you're probably on your way to the mall in some pajama pants, rocking Edgar cut, and looking for talky girls. No hate at all. This is just the Infinity demo.
Nah. It's different for Milwaukee, man. You in the fan, that's hot shit. That's hot shit in Milwaukee. Straight like that, bro.
Graphic. Something that sucks about Infinitis is that 95% of them are automatics. Driving an automatic isn't exactly a bad thing, but I find manuals to be a lot more enjoyable. Especially
drive
if the
manual.
automatic transmission is so ass that you have to help it shift with the throttle pedal. The good thing about Infinitis is that they're not a bad base to build off of. Most of the time they have 6-cylinder engines with a pretty good chassis. You'll probably see some people shredding these at the track or local drift course. Since
Yeah,
they're
my
really
guy
good.
Drew, he got two of them boys. First, he had a 5.0 Mustang. Now he got two fins. I know one is a G37, and I don't know what the other one is. But yeah, he be drifting them up. Swear to God, he love them
For the
cars.
price. Other than seeing them at the track, expect to spot a couple of these lonely Infinitis enjoying their local 4-way intersection in the middle of the night. A lot of people that buy Infinitis won't really do any mods other than stick some LED lights inside of them and maybe some questionable rims. Of course, they have to have a 3-inch straight pipe from the headers back, but otherwise these things are stock. If you're into big chaotic battles with tanks, jets,
No, thank you. Appreciate it. Get your money.
also added who hasn't played Decker to
Damn,
the
that's
top
a
and
long
you're
ad. It's still going.
Quattro. It's German engineer. Audi. War Thunder Mobile is also free on iOS and Android. Use the other link at the top and you're in. When
Go
I
ahead,
think
go
Audi,
play that game and go
I
interested. Yes, sir.
fierce, competitive, classy, the pinnacle of German
I
engineering.
want an Audi, but I want an R8. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my money up. If I can get an R8, I want an A7, the sedan. But if I don't get an A7, if I was to get an Audi, it's gonna be an A7 or a R8. Yes, for sure.
BMW is better, of course.
One Audi that comes to mind is the Sport Quattro. It's a fucking beast that crushed the Group B competition. Or the Audi R8, a genius billionaire playboy philanthropist's favorite car, Tony Stark. And of course, the Audi RS6, a luxury car that can get down and dirty. Owning an Audi
It might be fast or whatever, but I don't want a car to look like that. Respectfully, if that's what you into, hey, so be it.
isn't about being flashy and showing off. They're about showing up, getting the job done, and destroying the competition while doing so. If you drive an Audi, you're a humble guy who knows his cars. You're classy, and you probably have a Richard Mille, and you maintain your car properly, doing everything to spec. Audis are great cars. They have power, balance, comfort, and they have fashion. But most importantly, and probably what they're most well known for, is their impeccable 5-cylinder engines. These things sound amazing. What sets Audi's 5-cylinder engines apart from others is the fact that they are built to be used and abused, where other 5-cylinder engines are built more to commute to work.
That nigga about to go to the moon. That light ass car, that big ass engine, boy. He about to
Modern
fly.
Audi 5-cylinder engines are built mostly out of iron rather than aluminum, which helps it take a way harder beating than those regular aluminum blocks that you'll find on most economy cars. Audi also designed their modern 5-cylinders to have huge main journals for smoother rotation and better lubrication, thick crank webs for added strength and rigidity, stronger rods to handle loads of boost, and a deeper engine block.
Hey
These are
y'all,
website
welcome
names
to the
that are still
broke side of
somehow
YouTube. You
available.
know what I'm
So
saying?
for
We about to
Australian
get an ad
non-believers,
blocker soon as
Australia
we
isn't
get
real.org
monetized. Just
and
that until we
Australia
come
isn't
up. We coming
real.net.
up real soon.
Block
Trust.
skirt, adding to the strength of the engine. I mean, these things can handle loads of boost and run like 700 horsepower on stock internals. Not to mention, those Audi cylinder walls are thicker than an Infiniti driver's passenger princess, which lets these engines run crazy numbers on pump gas. And I didn't even mention how good their all-wheel drive system is, but I think their record in rally speaks for itself. Anyway, Audi is really good at over-engineering stuff, which can lead to higher prices and more expensive maintenance costs, but Audi
Yeah. Sadly, that R8 is really up there in them prices, boy. I gotta get rich. Y'all gonna help me get rich. I'm gonna help y'all get rich. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna get rich together. But hey, y'all probably, I want a Lamborghini Urus. I want a Hellcat. Give me that R8 when I get rich, my boy. Straight like that.
owners know it's definitely worth it, and they can probably afford it. Volkswagen. Honestly, when I think of Volkswagen, I think mom car or maybe like a cheap ass front wheel drive piece of shit. If you're driving a Volkswagen, you might be a broke high schooler who's crashed their car.
When I think of Volkswagen, I think of the punch buggy. You know what I'm saying? The how do I say this without sounding away? The Starbucks girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's say the Starbucks girl. I think of a punch buggy.
Times when they've skipped their homeroom class. Or maybe you're just a humble car enthusiast who low-key doesn't ask for much. You like to take your scenic drives along the back roads and kind of stay out of harm's way. But Volkswagen is a lot more than meets the eye. These dudes own Audi, Porsche,
Really?
Lamborghini, Bentley,
Whoa. Are you serious?
Bugatti, Skoda, Ducati, and some other weird European.
We learn something new every day. Ain't that crazy? Wow.
So it's safe to say Volkswagen knows exactly what they're doing. And they have hella resources at their disposal to make a good car. Unfortunately, Volkswagen really only focuses on making economy cars, so they're mostly low-key boring. Other than the Beetle, of course. I mean, this is a classic. Who doesn't love a Beetle? And then you have the
Just seeing one of them, I love punch buggy, punch back. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do that, bro, what era did you grow up in? Like, did you grow up with a childhood? I still do that to this day. Don't be a passenger up in my car, boy. I don't care who it is.
GTI or R. These cars are pretty good other than the GTI being front wheel drive. They're well balanced, they have short wheelbases, and are pretty practical and super moddable. I think these cars kind of get a bad rep because most of the demographic that owns them is kind of broccoli head TikTokers, but these cars really are not a joke. And even the newer ones have a manual option, which is super fun. Honestly,
Me personally, I just don't like I don't like the aesthetic of that car. I gotta look good driving that. I'm not driving just cause it could do this, it could do that. All these nerdy gadget car guy shit. No, I need to look good when I'm pulling up in style. I need to look good coming to the function.
practical, fun, compact car didn't really exist before the GTI. The GTI paved the roads for this category and it did it really well. That's why we see Civics, Corollas, Ford Focuses. So we have Volkswagen to thank for all that, kind of. I also think Volkswagen vans are pretty cool too. They have a nice vibe to them.
that's
But
Scooby-Doo.
probably the most praised thing to come out of Volkswagen would be the inline 4 1.9 TDI. These things are absolutely... Inside the engines, there's a forged crank and huge bearings inside a cast iron block with low RPM, high compression. Just tuning these engines could get you up to 300 horsepower, not to mention their iconic sound. W Volkswagen. Jeep. Guys, if you drive a Jeep, what are we doing? If you drive a
Jeep Cherokee, you know what I'm saying? Jeep Trackhawk, you know, that's a scammer car, you feel me? Jeep Cherokee. The Wrangler, I don't know why. You would think that buying a Jeep Wrangler or the one that's like this, it just come with the ducks on the inside. Like, I don't know why. Why is that a thing? I'm sure you're going to tell me, but why is that a thing?
You definitely get Starbucks every morning and order a mocha spice pumpkin latte or some bullshit. And you only use the off-roading suspension to get over curbs at that same Starbucks. Jeeps aren't necessarily bad besides the death wobbles at 25 miles an hour. I'd say it's more of a community issue. Although the company itself has been messing up a bit too. Take something like the Rubicon for example. That thing costs more than a Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro.
Yeah, all right.
Even a used Porsche Cayenne is cheaper than a Rubicon. And to be honest,
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Might as well just go buy that Porsche.
the Porsche would probably last longer on a dirt road than the Jeep. Just one drop of water on a precious Jeep sensor will cost 8 bands to fix. They're
8 bands. I thought this was a reliable car. It looked like it's supposed to get down and dirty. The whole time, this mother fragile. What?
However, some very acceptable Jeeps. The XJs, CJs, TJs, maybe even some of the ZJs and WJs. Overall, if you know what you're doing when you're driving a Jeep and you have one of the good ones, you get a pass. The other Jeeps, just stick to collecting ducks. Mitsubishi is a hard one.
Why do Jeep owners collect ducks? Like, I'm gonna look it up on ChatGPT while he talking.
Many good things about this brand and so many bad ones. If you're driving a Mitsubishi, you either have crazy ball knowledge and a love for cars, or you're a grandma looking to buy a cheap EV or economy car. At first, Mitsubishi was pumping out crazy cars, and it really seemed like they were going somewhere. But then they decided to become boring. This awesome company started making stupid, boring economy cars.
It's a little fun. It's called ducking. Jeep owners sometimes place small rubber ducks on their other Jeeps that they see parked, usually on the hood or a door handle or a mirror, as a friendly gesture. It's basically a way of saying nice Jeep without needing to be there in person. That's weird. I guess Jeep got lore. Jeep owners, I feel like people just go on Amazon or Temu and just order a bunch of ducks and just put it in their cart, because ain't no way you getting all them compliments, bro.
Were low-key terrible, and now they're making EVs. What happened? They used to be a golden company that could have gone big. They made bangers like the Lancer Evolution, which was a WRX
So they just
killer.
recycling ducks. Okay, that's cool, I guess.
And it has crazy good all-wheel drive. It has a fucking active center diff, mechanical LSDs, torque biasing, all that good stuff. The engine was an inline 4, not some lame-ass boxer that could boost more than Yamaha. They're reliable engines too. They also made cars
I don't know
like
about
the
the
Glen.
mama jokes, boy. Them one went triple platinum in elementary school. I don't know what happened to him.
R4, which is low-key an underground sleeper. 4 doors, 4 cylinders, 4-wheel drive steering, 4-wheel drive. That thing was diabolical. And then they went and made some other cars like the Eclipse and the 3000 GT, which were cool but not quite as peak.
I ran into one of these on the road. I like how this car look. I wouldn't mind driving this.
Mitsubishi guys low-key know what they're doing, and they're humble about having such cool cars, except for the Instagram comments talking about,
My evil will gap your Subaru twin.
and then they don't actually even have a car. Ferrari. Guys, if you own a Ferrari, you're low-key too rich to even flex it. Of course, there will be Ferrari owners who take their cars to Cars and Coffee or something, but I find that a lot of people buy Ferrari for the brand rather than the car, which isn't necessarily
It's a
bad
status.
thing
It's a
because
status symbol. A lot of people do that. Let it be with. I feel like Infinity is a status symbol in Milwaukee to show that you getting money. It sounds strange, but the Infinity brand in Milwaukee is real big. The Mopars from like the Jeep Mopar. Well, I think was the Trackhawk be the only Mopar considered a Jeep, like a Cherokee or any other Dodge. That's a status symbol. A big engine, 5.0, that's a status symbol. But Ferrari, it's just a status symbol, straight like that, to show I'm better than you in life. Like, no faking.
most of the time, Ferrari owners are too rich to even care. Ferrari is high-key based though, because if you want to buy a Ferrari, you have to be lit and respected. It's not like you can just walk into a dealership and buy a Ferrari. You need to have background checks run on you, and you kind of need to be tight with the dealership. So really, owning a Ferrari is like being in an exclusive club. Ferrari guys, for the most part, are the chillest rich dudes. If you like Ferrari, but you're not quite in the financial situation to drop a bag on a red piece of metal, you're still cool because Ferrari fans are low-key based too. Ferrari has good teams and makes great cars. Other than the Ferrari F1 team, they never win anything, and they always have the worst strategy calls. Like sending a
You would think that they'd be dominating the F1 scene, but whatever. Hard tires on wet track.
driver onto a wet-ass course on slick tires. But other than F1, they definitely dominate. They have a good run going in the World Endurance Championship right now with their crazy good Ferrari 499P hypercar, which sounds fucking amazing, by the way.
Play the clip, yep, Clean. I bet it sounds louder in person for sure.
And they have historically always done well in racing. Saturn. Who the hell is driving a Saturn, bro?
Do they even still make those these days? I be seeing them like older trapped out cars, Saturns. Like that's
If you're into cars and have a Saturn, please, bro, please get something new. Even if you have to take out a loan, just do it. The body panels of these cars are dead ass made of
Plastic.
I'm not even kidding. This brand makes
Really?
actual Lego cars. If you're driving one of these, you might be off some shit and you definitely have hit multiple pedestrians. Saturn was born when GM created it as a new company to compete with reliable, cheap Japanese imports. All hate aside, they're super reliable, super
Really?
cheap, and super durable. GM actually had
Niggas
to take
driving
fun
recycled vehicles. Bro, what are we doing here?
away from Saturn since they were
That
outperforming
old environment friendly ass car, boy.
GM cars at the time. Even though they're super cheap and reliable, they still suck. If you drive a Saturn, bro, please just sell it. Chrysler drivers, you guys have aura, but not the good looking aura. More of like a trained assassin, overqualified old man type of aura. If you're driving a Chrysler, you're low-key just Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad.
What y'all know
You're
about
probably
Mike? Y'all don't know yet about Mike, boy. That boy. That's that man right there.
quick jobs for cash and low-key might be making bank. I can't lie though, if you're rocking a car like a blacked out Chrysler 300 with some sick mods, you're kind of cooking. Your car taste is unique but based. You're swagging out with your Rolex, sipping on Henny while you're blasting down the road on your 6.4 liter V8, rocking out to that one Despicable Me song. You love the comfort of your car and it still makes nice power. I mean, this company has been on the verge of bankruptcy multiple times and they were like,
Let's put a 500 horsepower engine in a grocery getter.
and then all of a sudden it's a
Yeah,
cool
yeah. They knew what they was doing. Yeah. They had to open up their expand their horizons, to open up the audience for sure.
yeah.
But no, I said what I said. Y'all heard what I said. So let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. And I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes,